one of the newer segments on this show is I ask the guests the same 3 questions every week, because I like to learn more about just kind of what makes business owners drive, and also too, like what are some ways that you kind of let loose and kind of blow off steam. So one of the questions is, apart from CrossFit, what is one thing that you do to relax?
As a business owner, is there such a thing?
I don't know. I don't ask myself these questions, so I don't know.
Well, I'm about to ask you.
Yeah. See, I read. That's kind of my main go-to is I read a bunch, but also I feel like that is sometimes for work, 'cause it's mostly business books. So
Kind of the same answer. I feel like I'm stealing. So I do. I listen to quite a few audiobooks. I enjoy it. Self-development is one of my things. I enjoy it. Somebody recommended me The Ride of a Lifetime. I believe it's by the Disney CEO. So I just started that. But I've done the Jocko books. I have done selling, marketing. I haven't done traction. It's on my list.
I just started that.
Okay.
Someone had recommended it.
Nice. So I would say that's probably my biggest thing. Or, if we're just being friends here and casual, sometimes I just sit on the couch and do nothing.
Yeah. That's usually the best thing to do, is if you're trying to unwind, is just turn your head off for a few minutes. I'm a big bourbon fan. So,
Okay.
that's another one that I think is good. Not like you're going super crazy, hard in the paint.
You guys currently can't hear Grant laughing at that. I may not be advocating for drinking because of my current profession, but
Sure.
enjoying a nice glass to enjoy and appreciate the finer things in life is a good thing.
Right. And that's what I was explaining to somebody else, because they were like, because they all think it's all the same. I was like, no, there's differences. And that's what I like, is learning the differences. It's not like, it's not like we're in college and we're all doing like, crazy keg stands and all that. Like,
Yeah.
I just enjoy the art of it. It's
Yeah.
a fun hobby. Second question. If you could mentor, it's kind of going back to our new business we're talking about.
Love it. I'm in.
So if you could go back, or if you could just speak into an entrepreneur that's getting into the field, what's one piece of advice that you feel would be the most important to articulate to them?
Oh, I don't know if I have just one. I think, again, here's what I'm going to say. Usually entrepreneurs are really good in their field. Podcasting, media, fitness. I know fitness. They know shirt selling. They know building websites.
Yeah.
What they don't know is everything else. I would connect. My recommendation is for them to connect with somebody who owns a business. Sit down and have a real life conversation with an entrepreneur. Maybe it's somebody in their field. If they don't know anybody, maybe not. You'd be surprised what you can happen if you just pick up the phone. I bet if I called you one day randomly and you didn't know me and I said, you know what, I'd like to really start a company. It's not a media company, but can you tell me what your biggest obstacles were? Can you sit down and just tell me what your troubles are? Or, hey, do you have a family? I don't have a family. Should I have a family? What is that going to do to my family?
Yeah.
How long did it take to make money? I think my recommendation is anybody who's interested in being an entrepreneur, pick up the phone and call somebody who's been an entrepreneur and have a real life conversation with them.
Great piece of advice. Very good. Third question. What is currently your favorite piece of technology?
That is a wrong question to the wrong person. Let's see. The fact that I can text message on my phone is a win. Favorite piece of technology. Okay, here's where I'm going to go with this. I think technology is a great thing. I love innovation and I love change, despite my cell phone being 5 years old. Here's what I wonder in my business. What's the next evolution of fitness? Because CrossFit didn't exist. We were 2005. We kind of hit the scene.
It's still new.
It is still new. It's still very new.
Can't even drive yet. Well, I guess it couldn't.
Yeah, we're barely.
Last year.
Can Grant drive yet? It's about the same old thing.
He can't. He still
Not
gets,
well,
he
at
still
least.
Gets, he still gets Uber to work.
This console's the only thing I'm allowed to drive so far.
Yeah,
so
exactly right.
Good job so far. So how can we take, again, this is about CrossFit, but the world of Peloton and the world, like what they're doing, what's the next evolution of what they've created, the mirror, things like that? How can we use technology? We have heart rate based training. What can we do there in our space? What's the next piece of equipment that we could use to revolutionize or evolve what fitness is, what we do? That's what I would say I'm most interested in. I have zero idea what that is or where even to start. But I do know that technology is so powerful. If I could figure out a way to teach you, to see you at home working out, what I'd love, have you ever seen Tony Robbins do his virtual training?
Yeah.
It's literally just TV screens of people. If I could get to a place where I could virtually train and I could see all of you, it's not this, and watch your movement, give you real-time feedback, talk just to you. Maybe that translates into something to the people who can't make it to the gym, to the people who have little ones that have to be home. I don't know, but I could see that potentially working. Again, we still lose the in-person contact, so it's not great for everybody. But I don't know. I think I'm going to go back to I don't know what I don't know, but I would be very curious to see how we can revolutionize the next version or evolution with technology.
Yeah. So it's not necessarily one piece of equipment. It's more so just kind of the excitement of what's on the horizon.
Yes, I would say so. I'm pretty simple when it comes to that. It's kind of, I don't know. Probably I'm too young to say I'm that way and too old to,
No, there's nothing wrong with having a minimalist approach to technology.
There we go. That's a fancy way of saying that.
There you go. No, I think that makes sense. I am excited as well. I don't know if you're familiar with Fight Camp. It's this, basically it's this punching bag that has all this tech built into it. Training, how hard you're hitting. Like Mike Tyson's kind of one of the promoters for it.
Okay.
And Joanna Jędrzejczyk is a Polish fighter. She's been promoting it a lot as well. But there's stuff like that where it can like walk you through fight simulations and where to hit the bag and how to hit it and how to strike and how to make sure your wrist is straight and just stuff like that. Like that gets me excited. Mm-hmm. Like all this new tech that's coming out. And then my hope is that like the old tech, your Stairmaster, it doesn't just become like a coat closet, and it actually serves a purpose, and we can actually figure out how to infuse motivation and community into this technology as well, or it's going to just be like the old tech.
No, I agree. I think that's a very good way to put it. And I would say I'm on the same exact page. And I didn't know about that. Although I did see something the other day where they had their phone wrapped around the heavy bag. So they could see I don't know what they were watching on the heavy bag, but I'm guessing it was something similar or a kickboxing class.
Okay.
Something like that. I just saw it come across. So again, who knows? But I think you hit it right. How do we take that and create the same or similar motivation, community, excitement?
Yeah.
Using that.
Absolutely.